Mate, you didn't win last year. You weren't there last year. What do you mean they're always going to bounce back after last year?
This kid is going and run out in a fucking Origin arena, 83,000 people, and he just comes out and does it. And I sent him a text. I said, mate, I'm so fucking proud of you.
Yeah, as much as he tries to tell himself there's still a chance, I think deep down he knows this is not the place for me. So I rang Cameron Ciraldo. And I said to him, mate,
even when he scores tries, it's like he's falling on a patch of bindies.
I'd go, have you heard those rumours actually while we're there? Because I need to address this. Welcome to the 180 podcast with Braith and Asta, Aaron Mace and Reni and Mace. Another big week in rugby league. But before we get to the footy, welfare check.
Here we go.
How are we going, Ren?
Doing very well.
First.
I'm doing well, mate. Doing well.
Explain.
I know you want more.
How's your weekend?
Weekend was quiet. Plenty of footy.
Yeah.
Rescued a family from a burning house.
Really?
Did you actually?
What? Hang on. That's a joke. Oh, that's a good one, man.
These are jokes this week.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I thought you were serious.
And then I backed Aaron's horse racing tips and all went downhill from there.
So can I just say,
She had to take out a load.
so I was going
in
for
arrears.
3 weeks in a row,
Yeah.
best bet winning, and Jason
all right,
called
mate.
it absolutely
It's okay.
slaughters one, but it's weird. So I'm winning every week, and then someone backs my tip, and
Yeah.
I didn't even back it.
oh,
You still
yeah,
got my
yeah.
support, Az.
Thanks,
I
mate.
believe in you, mate. We'll get to that a bit later.
We've got Spring Carnival coming
Spring
up around
Carnival
the
coming
corner.
up. What'd you get up to anything on the weekend?
Yeah, I may have had a little slip up. I caught up with a friend
I
of
tell
just,
you, yeah.
just a little bit. Just
What?
A little
one.
bit, big bit. Doesn't matter, mate. It's a slip up.
That's
You
right.
told our audience 3 months.
I know, but it was a
You
short
can't lie to the audience.
3
mate.
weeks, 3 months. I'm back on the wagon,
That's
like you.
Oh, every week he says the same thing.
Yeah.
He's back on the wagon.
So go through. Yeah, what happened?
Well, I caught up with a friend of ours, Luke from BYD, and
Okay.
we were just talking about different things.
So it was a business meeting.
It was
was
a
it?
business meeting, and it was rude not to.
Well, it's
you know,
promising.
Is it like the business meeting a few weeks ago when you caught up with Fireball? Is it? What happened there? What happened there?
Aaron,
Did you get kicked out of somewhere that night, or?
I didn't get kicked out.
Well, as your mate said, so we went to Wong's, which you were there for,
Yep.
and as usual, you bail and leave us to do the hard work.
Too smart.
Did all the heavy lifting.
Oh yeah,
don't we?
hard work. Oh, that's
And
a
so we were
joke.
there, and we were there. Good friend John from Fireball,
Yeah.
and he was there with. He's got the miniature fireballs.
The little
He's
flask.
like, yeah, little. He's
They're
like
the
a
best.
fireball dealer.
They are the best.
So and we bumped in another mate of ours, Habs, and he
Hang on,
goes,
so you're having fireballs in what? In the Ivy?
At a licensed premises.
I'm ringing Justin Hams.
so no, this is the best part.
60 minutes later.
So they come up, they go, who are these? And Johnny explains, look, if you haven't had a fireball, the rule is you have to have one on the spot. So he did it. So we got a warning. Half an hour goes by. And security, and as I do frequent there a little bit. So they come up and said, Aaron, I think your mates are, and I said, no, they haven't. And then I've walked over, they go, mate, we've just found these. I go, what's happened? And then I said to John,
I didn't know that you were pre-warned, and I still had a fireball in my pocket. So
You're
I
lucky
started-
you warn. Normally you get chucked straight away if you
Oh,
got
I've
alcohol.
got a fireball. Boom. Have a shot. Put it on the table.
Rennie's just leaving trails of
Tight
fireballs
asses,
everywhere.
Tight asses. Taking your own alcohol to
No, I
establishments.
actually paid the alcohol bill at the end, but I didn't know there was a pre-warning, and then we're getting ushered out.
All right. So you blokes are doing well. It seems like you're
Well, it's all
well
right.
and truly on track.
Well,
and
Hams-
Yeah, I've been
fit and
there.
healthy. You're going to Bali soon, aren't you,
I'm
too?
going to Wednesday. Is
Is that like to meet a future wife, or is that
I'm
just
going to train, Braith. I'm going to BTC.
you're going to a trading trip to Bali, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'm going by myself, so who I'm going to party with?
You,
Oh,
can I
you
tell
won't
you?
find anyone. Oh,
Actually, can we get a?
Can we set a market? How many nights will we have
I
drinks
know.
there?
I will have one night out.
There we go.
Okay.
It's
It's already started.
Keith McCraw's 70th.
Oh, is he going to be? Keith, you going to be there?
I'm
Sparkles?
staying up at Uluwatu, but they're going to be down in Seminyak.
You won't find your way there.
I rang Sparkles. I said, "Where's his 70th?" Thinking, that Mexicola.
Your shots everywhere.
I was like, cool. Yeah. So he
Keithy
cares,
on the
Uncle
podium.
Keith. Looking forward to his 70th. We got to probably get a guest in, right?
Yeah,
The
next week.
Yeah.
Next week, Buzz
he's a
Rothfield's
glamour.
coming in.
You got Buzz.
I got Buzz.
Oh, Buzzy.
Yeah, Buzz is committed. So Rennie's going to Bali for his training trip. And
I'm staying in Bingen.
and we're going to get Buzzy. We'll have fun with Buzzy. You might not get your seat back, actually.
Well, just call me on WhatsApp.
Nah.
Are you going
Yeah.
You'll still be up. You'll be at Mexico. Like, it's on the table.
Oh, there's a good chance.
Yeah, all right.
Good chance. great chance.
Are you worried about Buzz taking your spot full time?
Not at all. He'll take Aaron's spot, not mine.
It's okay, mate. Stay
There's
positive.
still another chair.
Oh, let's
How
talk.
are you?
Actually, let's
Good.
do a
What did
welfare
I
check
do?
with you.
School holidays. I was out of action.
Dad.
Actually, I've seen you've had a few little hotel visits of late.
Yeah, little staycations with the girls.
Your ice skating was awful too.
Yeah.
So you
Sorry.
shouldn't have filmed that.
Sorry, mate. Torval and Dean over here. No, I didn't know you were a
Gretzky.
great. You an ice skater?
I am actually. Yeah. Back at rollerblader.
I could just see you just
Very
gliding.
similar.
Yeah. What's that movie?
Like Kung Fu Panda, you know, he just glides. That's you.
What was the bloke that won the gold when everyone else fell
Stephen
over?
Bradbury.
Stephen Bradbury. Yeah.
Braith Bradbury.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the footy, boys. We'll talk some Origin first.
Oh,
You know, it's been one and done or lost and done a few weeks ago now, but all the talk has been around why we lost Origin, and I haven't got too much or too many answers. There's sort of one side blaming the coach and saying it's the coach's responsibility, it's Laurie Daley, and then there's a lot saying that the players had the best team, they're elite players, they're on big money, they should have turned up. And no one really has the answers as to why Queensland just dominated us and were way too good. And no one's really willing to put their ass on the line and really say it because Laurie's such a good bloke.
can I ask one question? When Origin first come, I said, I have one sickling feeling. And I said for every game, and it was Laurie. And I looked at both of you, and you didn't look inspired with confidence.
If you listen to this podcast or watch it and you go back and watch that podcast when Laurie Daley was named as coach, and you'll see our response.
Yeah.
I asked it. I just said, it was the first thing I said.
We all
I said,
questioned
I
it,
think that
didn't
was
we?
the general consensus across the board. You know, New South Wales wide.
But was it the coach, Ren? Was it the players?
I think we were outcoached, definitely. Tactically, players have a responsibility, right? And then when I watched back some highlights of Game 3, I looked at the coach's box, and people have said he's got assistant coach. Bellamy's there. Bellamy was behind him.
Yeah.
It was Laurie, Dean Young, Brett White. But if you look through the series and the decisions that Billy had made to win that series, we were outcoached. Not just tactically, but even there's an argument I could say for Game 3 that they picked on better form. They were the form team. Like if you look at our 1-17, there's an argument that Teddy should have been number one. There's an argument, Latrell wasn't informed. There's an argument Luai wasn't informed. There's an argument even Liam Martin wasn't informed. You can go across the team, and I don't know who you replace them with, but on form alone, Queensland had the better team. All right, so I think we were outcoached.
Well, you made a point about Papali'i picking him coming in and his stats, and also Shibasaki and his stats.
Yeah.
And Billy's a stats man, and we spoke of that before Game 3, and he pinpointed areas he needed to improve on, and he went and did the numbers, and he made change after winning a game, Billy.
Yeah, that's right. So he made a massive decision where you could argue that DCE wasn't informed, but he made a decision to pick him, and then he had the balls to drop him Game 2, right? He needed Papali'i's presence in a big arena to win the series. Playing well at Canberra, he drops Fodawaker.
Yeah.
He made some really big decisions. I think New South Wales, we picked too much on reputation and gut feeling rather than the eye test. And
Star power. We picked star power.
And that's what we're blessed with.
Yeah.
They've got so many good players in it. It'd take a really strong coach to leave a Latrell out, to leave one of these big players out that might not be in club form. But then you see it at the back end of an Origin that these guys are the ones coming up with errors.
Yeah. My concern with Laurie, and they've said that he's going to keep his job, and Dave Trodden, the boss of the New South Wales Rugby League, is actually, for those that don't know, is very close to Laurie.
Yes.
They're very good mates.
Yep.
So there's a question as to why he was hired in the first place. His record in Origin was terrible. Like, was it 1 out of 5 or 6 series?
He's
was it?
1 out of 6 now.
So he's 1 from 5. He gets the job, and these are my concerns. When he got the job, the first press conference was kind of around, do you hate Queensland? Yeah. And we spoke about this, and he said, well, hate's a strong word. You know what?
Do you hate Queensland?
For 6 weeks.
Yeah, during Origin,
I hate them.
you despise them. You don't only hate
them.
them. You despise them, right? You see the hatred they have towards us, right? So that was already like, okay, just buy in, Laurie. Just, because the fans get behind the coach, the players get behind the coach. It's a reflection. And Madge Maguire, we spoke about last year, he just tore into Billy. He went head to head with Billy and their team, and you could see the passion that was in him and the players. And I didn't see that passion this year. The press conference worried me after they lost game 3. They asked him about it, and he said, "Well, Queensland were always going to bounce back after last year." Mate, you didn't win last year. You weren't there last year. What do you mean they're always going to bounce back after last year? Is that the reason they won and you lost?
It's disgusting.
It's just a poor response. He went on radio the other day and he still doesn't know why they lost. It's like, okay, mate, if you don't know how you lost, how are you going to fix that and how are you going to win next year?
He sounds like an under-6s coach. At least we had fun. Like he's
I don't want
That's a good point.
like that's,
Sounds like you, actually.
No,
That was his
You're a great
pre-game.
coach under 6s, don't you?
You got to say, here's the thing. Like 2026, the market's out. You can bet now if you want.
Yeah.
It's $1.90, take your pick. Knowing that Laurie's there, who do you pick?
I don't want to disrespect Laurie, right? Because and I said it last night on NRL 360, is that Laurie's legacy as a New South Wales great and one of the best players that's ever played for New South Wales. And I said he's my favourite player. That won't go away just because he hasn't nailed it as a coach. The transition from a player to a coach is not always going to be a success. Some people can do it, some others can't.
Right.
It doesn't devalue you as a person or your
Or as
career.
a player, no.
And it happens. It's not a big deal either. Like it didn't work.
Yeah.
I know people talk about chopping and changing, and we don't like chopping and changing. We like to be loyal, but we don't like losing. And I don't. If we just
hate
lost,
losing.
look at the way we lost.
Yeah.
We played okay in game 1 and won,
Charles.
and we just thought we were going to get away with that and continue to win. Queensland changed the whole dynamic. The way they changed their team. And they got better every game, we got worse. We lost the unlosable. We went to Perth where we'd never been defeated and put points on them every time. And then at home, we got smashed in front of 80,000 fans of our own. So it's the way we lost too.
Yeah.
And we weren't even close.
And you said anything less than a clean sweep is clean sweep is a failure.
Well,
you
that's
said that at the start.
When you've got a team that's so star-studded like New South Wales, we've always been blessed with better teams. Somehow Queensland seemed to get up. I've seen a few takes on this about they've got a hierarchy. I think Jimmy Graham said, and I really appreciated the way he was able to assess the game, especially being a POM, right? So he's got nothing to do, no affiliation with either state, and he was right. You've got so much talent in one side that it's almost like, I wouldn't say ego, but there's no real leader amongst the group. Where Queensland have always had a hierarchy where you've got. You had the big 3 and then everyone filtered through. Now you've got Munster, Harry Grant, Tino, Big Papa, and then everyone else just falls into place.
Yeah.
Right? And then when it seemed to get hard for New South Wales, we don't have a person that really stands up and grabs the game by the scruff of the neck and says, get on the back of me here.
What's their saying around the jersey?
It's magic.
It's never your jersey. Like
You're the caretaker.
You're just borrowing that jersey for that week. It's never yours.
Yeah.
So they always have pressure around them for their spots, and they have so much respect for the jersey.
I don't want to say New South Wales don't have respect for.
No, I'm not saying that either.
Yeah, but it's just a religion.
I think Madge brought that to the jersey last year, though.
I told the story when Madge got, and this is what got me last year. When Madge got the job for New South Wales coach, he called me and he said, "Can we have, breakfast or a cup of coffee or whatever?" And I said, "Yeah." And I'm thinking, what's he want? And then we just went down to Coogee and I sat down and he just threw the New South Wales jersey at me and I went, "Fuck's going on?"
Oh, he saw him on Strong Dad, thought he's coming back.
I'm like, "I'm getting to start." No. And I was like, "I'm ready, let's go." No, dickhead. No, but he goes, "Mate, what does that jersey mean to you?" And I'm like, I'm still like, I've just rocked up. I don't know what and I'm like, okay. And then I just was, it's quite emotional, right? Because then you start telling how much the jersey means to you. Yeah. And it's like, okay, so I want you all to buy in. You got to support us, and I want you to show how much that jersey means to you. And I want you to, when you're on TV, when you see the other players, I want them to know how much it means to you to wear a Blues jersey. And I'm going, let's go.
That's
and he did. What? He went to every ex-player, and he did that
to buy in.
So
collectively, it's not just about that 17.
He had every player.
It's about the state and every ex-player.
In every media interview you saw from ex-players, a lot of ex-players get a bit bitter or they're not in the inner sanctum, so they can be critical. He had every bit of support from every player that ever wore the jersey, and they were all wanted to
And
die
yeah.
for New South Wales again.
And you only have to look at Queensland extended staff. Nate Miles, Thursto, Cam Smith. Like I'm sure Cooper Cronk to some capacity would have an input or turn up.
Yeah.
They keep the old players around.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like a defining factor in the way they lost. The question I have around New South Wales, I know Queensland do it. I feel like we need a full-time coach, like someone that's coaching week
Sticky,
in,
Ricky
Sticky,
I think
a
he's
Madge, because having someone just to come in for those 3 games doesn't really read the room as well as a full-time coach.
Yeah.
Because
And
New
Loss
South
hasn't
Wales is
been
unique.
around.
Well, it's unique.
It is.
The New South Wales side, when you've got so many fucking good players in that side.
Well, it's a shame. To be honest, I want Madge. I wish he would give it, just keep Madge.
Yeah. But Madge is still...
I give it a Gus.
He's still... Nah. God. No. Gus is...
The Goldfather.
He's a freak, but it's...
Adam O'Brien's probably going to be free soon.
Yeah. But, going back...
Sorry.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You want a coach... Like, Sticky's been there, done it before. He's highly motivational. He's an ex-legend. It's the rigours of week in, week out and the modern day game and the evolution and being in touch with the modern day, not only play, but the individuals, the different generational switch from when you're like, Laurie hasn't played or coached for years. And when he has, it's been kind of in and out.
Yep.
And a lot of the players wouldn't know who Laurie was. They wouldn't have been born. Whereas Ricky's still relevant
That
as
makes
a coach.
me feel old. Yeah, absolutely.
They wouldn't know me and you. Like when we won the comp, that was 21 years ago.
Yeah.
Mate, most players now are in their early 20s. They wouldn't have a clue who we are unless they watch, 360 or podcasts or whatever, or old games. So it's about remaining relevant. Let's move on now to...
Can we just quickly touch on money?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah. No. I you know how much I love Munster, right?
Yeah.
He's top 3 favourite players of all time. I just love the way he plays. And to do what he did, and I didn't want to touch on it too much to take away from the fact of, what had just happened. And obviously it's still pretty tragic, but, you and I have both lost our fathers. And I just remember how fucking exhausted I was for the first however long. It's something you'll never get over. And I thought, this kid is going to run out in a fucking Origin arena in enemy territory, 83,000 people, fucking series on the line. And he just comes out and does it. And I couldn't help myself. I don't message players. And I've never met Money. I sent him a text. I said, mate, I'm so fucking proud of you.
Yeah, man.
Mate, that's unbelievable. And you were there. Like, how was that experience?
Yeah, it was cool. Like, I sat by myself out there. I was in the Queensland section, which was unique, but
I saw you with a Queensland scarf on.
No. I had to be there for him. I wasn't going at all. Like, I like watching Origin from home.
Yeah.
Even though the commentary's questionable. Shouldn't say that, but anyway. I used to love Rabs, and Gus, to be fair. But anyway, I love Joey too. Joey's the grouse. But I just drove out there and I purely just went to watch him and support him. And I sat near the tunnel.
Yep.
And it was a bit of a mixed emotions for me. I'm like, I want New South Wales to win, but I really want him to win in this moment.
Yeah.
It was really emotional. But then I went on the field and I let him do all his thing and I didn't want to bother him. And then I sort of grabbed him because Billy asked me to come in the sheds and I'm like,
that's awkward.
That's crossing
tough.
the line, right?
That's
I'm probably crossing the line. And Billy
Yeah.
was like, mate, we'd love you to come in and, support Cameron. I said, I appreciate that. Thank you. But I'm thinking New South Welshman in the sheds, it's just unheard of. So I just got Cameron and Nate and Thursto were great too. Like,
that's awesome.
Even Deer, like all the boys, obviously they were happy, right? But I said, I got a good mate with Cameron and I'm like, mate, 3 weeks ago, you lost game 1. You even worried, because he's very humble. I said, you even worried about your own position in the team. I said, now you've captained the team, two game wins, man of the match, and now I said, your dad's passed away, and here you are holding up the shield.
It's crazy.
I said, mate, this is crazy.
Well,
he goes, I can't believe it, Braith. Like, it's surreal. So he's all these emotions, like he's...
Yeah, well.
And, the big thing for Cameron, though, that my concern now is that when you're like, as you said, me and you have been through, our father passing. And when you're in the spotlight and you're riding the emotion of it all, you get through it. But there's going to come a time where the messages aren't coming, the phone calls aren't coming, and footy isn't there. And that's what I want to make sure he's okay, because you're sort of up here because of that, right?
Yeah.
But there's going to be a time where it's going to,
Absolutely.
And that's what I spoke to Harry Grant about it, and a few of the boys want to make sure. Everyone's sort of making sure there's a good support network around him. So he's
they're favourite to win a comp still. So
and then he'll ride that right to the end of the year.
That whole thing. So
but as soon as that ends, that's
when he gets quiet.
That's when everyone's got to stick with him, and not just for the good times.
So did you sing the Queensland song?
Like yippee, yippee, Me and Alfie went mad. He was on my shoulders.
I got one more question before we get off Origin. Cleary. It clearly hasn't stamped his authority again. Does he keep the jersey for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look at what he did the week after. However, as the chief playmaker, they needed a plan B, and if it didn't come from the coach's box, it needed to come from Nathan. You needed to say, look, this ain't working. We're getting rushed in defence. We need something different here. The game is so robotic, systematic, and they've come through this period of the game changing into that style that he needed just to use his footy brain, which he has, just to go, let's switch it. Because the greats do it. The Joeys do it.
Yeah. He knows it too, bro.
He knows it.
I love after the game, he owns everything, Nathan.
Yeah.
He doesn't go, I was unlucky, bounced the ball. We didn't do this. He's like, I need to be better. Yeah. Like this hurts me, I
don't
love
think he played that bad. I just think it's a lesson where he goes, no, I'm turning this game back on its head.
Yeah.
Like if this momentum's going against us, it's up to me now. I don't have to worry what's in the coach's box.
No, I think it'd be him and Moses. Moses looks like a genius now,
Well, I just want to see him do it outside the Penrith jersey because he still hasn't done it.
You say Katoa, right? Did you say Katoa? I liked your take on this. Did you say 14 or not? Did you say that? No, sorry, I was talking to someone else already. I was giving you that. I feel like a dickhead now. I was going to say, I heard this morning, and Katoa at 4. I put Katoa at 14 instead of Connor Watson, right? And Queensland do it. They put their next generation at 14, like Dearden, Harry Grant, all that. They kind of put the next man up at 14, so they experience it without having the starting position, and they watch and learn from the Clearys and Moses in their position. And you can't tell me that Katoa wouldn't be as effective off the bench as Connor in anywhere you put him.
Well, the timing is right now.
That's what I reckon.
The timing is right.
So next
and that's
year,
not taking anything away from Connor either.
It isn't, but Connor, Connor's a champion. I love him as a guy, and I think he's done exceptionally well to come from where he has, especially where he was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And, he's done a really good job for New South Wales, but
he's not Isaiya Katoa.
No.
Yeah, but his trajectory, I hate saying that word, is like that.
Yeah.
Katoa. So you got to go, hang
on. I'm borderline wanting to give him a crack at 7, but yes, I think it's smarter.
No, I think that's the right.
Keep him in the system. Kind of like when they brought me in 07 as 18th man.
Yeah.
Actually, they never called me ever again.
Yeah.
Did Madge come and throw you the 18th jersey and say, what does it mean here?
I think I've told her. I refused.
It is a jersey with number 18 on it.
I refused to put the jersey on, though. I put the jersey on. No, I'm not putting an 18 jersey on.
Yeah. So all you did was just take the piss out of me while I was trying to warm up. All right, let's get to Clubland now. So the Newcastle Knights, big news over the last couple of days about their head coach, Adam O'Brien, said to be axed at the end of the year. There's been speculation over this for a long time, whether he should have the job, shouldn't have the job. Is he the right man for the job? Now, we'll talk about that, but then there's also the domino effect. Kalyn Ponga, their captain, the highest paid player in the game. He has a good relationship with Adam O'Brien, and he's got, you talk us through this. So he's getting offered, you've read up on this, right? Reedy said it to me, but it's like a live rugby union.
It's the Saudi, right?
Saudis,
it's the Saudi comp. I've heard it. I think it's like a hybrid, maybe 10, 12 players instead of the 15 aside, like a hybrid between 7s and 15s. From my understanding. I remember reading about it a few weeks back.
So they want to get a breakaway league?
Yeah, and it'll only be like maybe a 12-week comp or a 8-week comp. Can you imagine the amount of money the Saudis are
That would be a
over?
disruption for rugby league, for sure.
And that's what Live Golf was.
Because the money overseas like that is compared to what, like you're getting 1.5 for our highest paid player. They could offer that for 12 weeks.
It's crazy.
Like who knows what the budget would be over there.
Yeah.
So that would be a huge threat to us over here. But just
to start with Adam O'Brien.
Yeah.
Did you see him in the box last week? That bloke, I've never seen a bloke just more dejected in my life. Like he looked like
I've seen
Aaron,
a few of them lately.
He looked like Aaron on a Monday morning. He just was.
I've been fresh.
Yeah.
He just has no more answers.
Yeah.
I just think he's done. Like I'm watching and they just kept swinging to the coach's box.
They do it
I'm
on
like, just get
purpose.
the camera off him.
Yeah, it's like Flano on the weekend. They
Head
just
in hands. I was like, man, I think he's just done. I think the Band-Aid needs to be ripped off.
Yeah, I think
He's getting the
He's
link.
won the link.
He's won the link.
He's got
He's
$2
$2 million.
Oh, chili. You got the.
And you know what?
They let. You said it the other day. They've walked him up to that poker machine we were talking about a few weeks ago, and the $1.5 million link's gone off.
There it is.
He's walking out like Happy Gilmore again.
He won't be dejected in a few weeks, will he? He'll be on the courtesy
Shoot him
bus out of
with
there.
him. It's just,
And look, in terms of like their season, I think tactically they look terrible even when they've had a full side. Their attack is predictable.
yeah.
Kalyn's form had dropped. I think a lot of their issues came from the 9.
Yeah.
And it sort of splintered out into the rest of the field. And then obviously as the weeks went on, they got worse and worse. But there's no harm now. Kalyn's gone for the year. Who else is there? Fletcher Sharp's gone.
Even the back row went down last week.
Dylan Lucas is gone for the year. I think, it depends what kind of man Adam O'Brien is, but it's like, do you give an interim a go? Do you give Blake Green a go? So just
Well, I think Green's next in line anyway. They got big raps on him up there. But that's interesting too because, Green does their attack. So you've got a guy who's in the system who does their attack and then you just move him up into the head coach, They got the same agent. I know Moses manages O'Brien and now he's bringing Blake Green in and all that.
I watched that doco last night.
You wouldn't bring in a new coach. It's just the smart option is to just bring in an interim. I swear to God, his head will fall clean off in the next 3 weeks if he doesn't leave. I think he's done.
Yeah. I think he's done anyway. Like the big Kalyn, this has been brewing for a long time. Like he's delivered over the years. He's been injured a lot, but he comes on and if he plays well, they win. This year that changed.
I don't agree with that.
Well, at the start of the season,
you're probably right. Like that's a bit of an exaggeration, but they did rely on him for a long time.
Yeah.
And they've got to a point. Fletcher Sharp and all that are doing a job without him. So I get you. But what I'm trying to say off the back of that is that's happened this year and a bit last year because I think the drive and the motivation of winning a comp in Newcastle, as much as he tries to tell himself there's still a chance, I think deep down he knows this is not the place for me. Yeah. I'm not going to win the premiership here. Yeah. I can't. The pressure and the weight on my shoulders to carry this team for so long now.
It's too much.
I think it's just taken its toll. And I really think it's probably best for all of them to go, you know what, Kalyn, see you later. They free up 1.5 in the cap.
Yep.
And then they get a new coach. They need to buy a new halfback.
And they'll go through a whole new rebuild.
Yeah.
I think Fletcher Sharp's outstanding at fullback. It's a situation where, like you said, they're going to save money within the cap. How do you see Kalyn approaching this now? Do you think he needs to be front and center and say, honestly, this is what's happening?
Yeah.
Or just do what sort of DCE is doing now and let it ride out?
There's a lot of rules and regulations around. He's not allowed to talk to clubs. He's not allowed to. He needs permission from Newcastle. What's going to happen is Newcastle, I believe, if it gets to a point where Kalyn has no future there or they come to mutual terms away from the media and all that, I think they'll decide for him that he can go, but he can't go to another league club.
Yep.
So then he'll end up probably going to rugby, whether that's the All Blacks over in New Zealand or it's the Live or it's whatever, hybrid game or over Japan or French rugby, whatever it may be. But the problem is, how long will he go for and will he do a Sonny Bill-Williams?
Yeah.
And end up back at the Roosters and win a competition. That would be bittersweet for Newcastle, or not even sweet. It'd be a bitter pill to swallow to go, all right, we'll let you go. And then 12 months later, he's back at a Premier club winning a comp here.
Well, the Dogs still haven't forgiven Sonny for doing it, right? Because he came back and won a comp with the Roosters in 2013. But just to give you a bit more of an insight into how I feel Kalyn might be feeling and what Sonny did, there's a lot of mitigating circumstances around Sonny leaving back then. It wasn't just an overnight decision. There was 12 months of turmoil within the club that I'm not going to speak about here or a lot of people don't know about before Sonny went, I need to go. And I was one of 2 players that knew Sonny was leaving. I found out the night before. Someone found out a couple of weeks before me. And the club turned on me because they found out that I knew. And I said, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
And when I look back at it now, the situation sucked. But just to see how much he progressed as an athlete, the opportunities he got, the money he made, the World Cups.
The comp he won at the Dogs.
Don't worry about that. But you only get a small window in your career to be successful. True. That I can understand. Yeah. This is what I'm leading towards Kalyn, where I'm thinking, if you do walk and you're going to go do this, I understand why.
Yeah.
But you're going to be prepared for a lot of hate and backlash for years to come. However, at the end of the day, your legacy is what you take to the grave, and that's what you're going to be remembered for, not for that one thing leaving a club. So I don't blame Kalyn for being in this position because I just think given the squad and the uncertainty around their coaching staff, they're years away from winning a comp. Years away.
No, and you have to be getting impatient. He's a rock star. Everything he just said then was spot on, Brendan. I think a lot of these situations not just in professional sport around the world, but in life is how you handle the exit, with integrity and honour, and be honest.
Yeah.
I think if Kalyn, because that was a bit of the speculation around Sonny, and it was a bit of a knife in the back, and
it was ugly.
Agreed that it was the best thing for him, and look at where he's what he's become, and he was only young, right? So a lot of it's the people you have around you.
Of course.
Kalyn struggled with that with his dad, and Sonny had Coda and all those blokes.
Yeah.
I think if you eyeball Newcastle and you eyeball the game and you go, I need this change for me.
Yeah.
It's obviously not working for both of us here. It's tough.
I'd appreciate that.
But you know what? I need this change. Newcastle needs this change. Let's part ways, and best of luck to everyone.
You got to respect someone that would come out and say that.
But it won't happen.
But I'm going to respect him anyway.
I mean it with that. The likelihood of that is.
Imagine he's being honest in front of the camera, looking down the barrel of the gun and just saying, listen,
I'm big on that.
For me.
Imagine the kick in the gut to the Newcastle fans.
They know it's coming.
Not only the fans, I know the fans, obviously, they
players.
Being in the dressing room.
Of course,
man. It fucking cuts deep.
But my point is, I'm leaving the club because I know we can't win a comp for 10 years.
What about Dylan Brown? Although he's got $14 million, but Dylan Brown signed a $14 million deal to go play with the best player in the world, and he's leaving. So he's going to be in it.
From a contractual point of view, can he still backflip? No.
Well, because Kalyn's leaving?
No, but isn't there a period where you can sign a contract and backflip?
No, that was ages ago.
That's gone.
There's a cooling down period,
Cooling down period.
You're going to pull it. Mate, he's worth $5 now, Dylan Brown. He's going to knock back $14 million.
He's got
$14 million.
They've just offered him to go there now. Rolls last week, they pretty much said, look, we'll let you go. Yeah. So maybe he could change Kalyn's decision by letting him go there. Do you know what I mean? Like having him around the group, and Kalyn goes.
I wonder, does that mean Sam?
Can I retract that $5 comment?
What? No,
that was a bit harsh.
That's staying.
$50.
No. Make sure you put it in a real comment.
God. No, he's not worth $5, but you're not knocking back $14 million now.
But don't you agree? Like if they gave him the opportunity to go, why isn't he going?
Because you talk about repaying. My thing is this. I think he just thinks, I want to finish with my mates at Para. I'm about to earn $14 million over the next 10 years.
Why don't you have a go on the field? You're not repaying your teammates.
He's not having a go.
No, he's 18th man. It's a bit hard.
Rollsy's just planning for next year. Yeah. Or else he'd be on the field.
Is it fair to say he hasn't had a great year?
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that he's not doing
what did you just say?
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't you just go, look, my time's done here?
Yeah, I think that's why they're forcing his hand maybe by not picking him this week. Because I think they were going to say we're going to do, you're not guaranteed a spot here. Now he's not getting a spot. But can he leave after June 30 or not?
Well, it must have came up a couple of weeks ago because it's only just come out in the media. Didn't it come up on your show?
But I thought it was before that. You can't go after that time anyway. Because the Kai Pearce-Paul, they were talking about all that happening. I think it's too late to go now.
Right. So make him 18th man.
All right, now we can't have an episode without talking about the Bulldogs.
Hey.
A lot of passionate Bulldogs fans out there. They were into us last week again.
Hey, we got pulled up in the street.
Mate, you can't appease the Bulldogs fans. It doesn't matter what you say or how you say it.
I thought we were going to get into blue at Bill's, eh? I thought, what's this little prick saying to you?
I would have had to drop him for you, because you were in some trouble, isn't you?
I was paying the bill.
Oh, please. There we go. It's a lie. Straight away. It was funny. We were at Bill's having breakfast and we got up to pay the bill and then this little bloke not little bloke, sorry, he wasn't a little bloke. He was decent size, but he was a Doggies fan. Mate, but he goes, mate, hey boys, love the podcast, and it was great. Like, he's a champion. And then he goes, well, I've got to disagree with you on this one, Braith. And I'm like, oh shit.
I thought we were on. I thought I'm going to punch this guy.
You didn't hear anything.
I missed the start.
Yeah, I was just having a chat with him, and you're like, you come over like Ronnie Balboa. I'm like, calm down, buddy.
It's back in my mate.
You started shadowboxing in the background. But no, he was like, he goes, oh, I love the show. You blokes are mad, but I've got to disagree with you on this. And I'm like, well, throw it at me. What have you got for me? And it was the Galvin stuff and the Sexton. I said, mate, I'm in the Bills trying to explain it. But like,
blocking the door. Lady with a prayer trying to get in. We're explaining the Galvin situation.
I swear they don't listen to us, mate. They only they just watch the clips, or I don't know.
You know what?
This guy did a whole essay on me. I don't know. He was some conspiracy theory about me. I'm like, you lost me at hello, man.
They lose context because they watch the reels and don't watch the actual podcast. The full extent of what we're trying to explain.
The dribble.
Yeah.
But, so we've been a bit all over the shop with this as well. Well, not all over the shop. We've been strong on it's been a distraction. There's no denying that, right? We've been strong on give Sexton a go, the work that he put in and what he's done for them to get them in the first position. He deserves it. It deserves to be repaid. The loyalty. We've been big on any decision they make it has to be in the best interest of the team and all the players are on board.
Yep.
Because we don't want disharmony because you can't win a competition unless everyone is on the same page and working as a team. Absolutely. We know that. We've been there. So that's been our big sticking points there. The weekend, I had a shift. So Sexton, they win the game. A lot of fans would just see the win and go, great, we're back on track after 2 losses. They played the worst defensive team in the competition. So they weren't up against a strong defensive unit. So they want to score points. They want to improve their attack. To compete with Melbourne and Canberra and Brisbane and Penrith to win competitions, their attack's got to get better. I went and did a deep dive on 360 into Sexton's stats. I looked at his numbers. He has not made one line break this year.
Alarming.
He had 8 line break assists. I think Nico Hines has 22. Jerome Hughes has 17 or 18. Like, numbers just crazy. And I'm thinking, okay. So I rang Cameron Ciraldo. And I'm like, mate, the coach of the Bulldogs, I said, what's going on? Where's your head? Let's have a chat. Because there's been all this speculation and I felt tension from Bulldogs fans, even though I've got their best interests and I want them to win. And it was great because I had a really good chat to him. And I'm not going to divulge too much because that stays within the chat. Who's ringing me? Joey Johns.
Get him on.
Who knows what he'd say. I've got to wait till after this. I reckon he's ringing. I won't say it actually. So he pretty much what I got out of it was he's been concerned about their attack all year. They haven't evolved or got to the level that they need to get to that he thinks to win a comp. The weekend was a big eye-opener to him, because it wasn't where it needed to be. And I said to him, mate, well, whatever you do, make the call. Not that I'm his advisor, but I was like, make the call. Like, because the unknown and the hesitation and the uncertainty amongst the playing group has got to play a factor into their performances. Like even if you, go with Galvin, and then you may go 2 steps back over the next couple of weeks, but then you may get to where you need to in 6 to 8 weeks. Just make the call, and that's what's happened. So I'm on board with it. I do agree that the attack's got to be better. I feel sorry for Sexton. I think he's done an amazing job, but the weekend was to me was a turning point.
It was alarming, wasn't it? Both teams were awful. The game was awful, but in particular in their attack, they didn't look like a top 4 side, that's for sure. And to go further into your point, I couldn't have the bench with Galvin and Haywood on it. Yeah. We're already a small team. We need 4 forwards on the bench. Even when Ciro said in the press conference, it would have been good to have Lockie on the bench when Burton went off. No, that's why Haywood's there. Yeah. Right? You've already got that 14 to cover that spot. I fully support Ciro and the club with this decision. Sucks for Toby. We can all agree. Yeah. But we want to win. Yeah. So moving forward, he's ripped the Band-Aid off. Let's move forward and let's get it done.
That'll do on that, eh? We don't want to dwell on that
absolutely.
because it's
So do you think he stays there now, Galvin? He's there
he
for
stays
good?
there. Unless he has a shocker, like over a month probably or 4 or 5 week period, but they'll give him at least 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, for sure. Like they want him there for the rest of the year now. So hopefully we see some evolution with their attack and he finds his feet and can get some continuity with the other players.
Yep.
All right, now, quick touch on the Broncos before we get into the preview. So we'll keep this pretty short.
Yeah.
Broncos, 4 wins in a row now or more? What are they? They're going pretty good. What are they?
5 and 9 or 4?
4 or 5?
Yeah,
They're coming
4.
5th. They're the biggest threat too. Who's coming 4th? Cronulla, but Cronulla had a good win. So they're the biggest threat on the edge there, and they're starting to play some good footy.
Great against Titans. Still a lot missing. They've got another 3 gears.
No, Warriors are in 4th.
Warriors, yeah.
They've still got
Sharks are 3rd now.
No, Sharks are 9.
Oh, they're 9th.
Where
Where
have you
did
been?
I get that?
They lost like 6 in a row.
So my Smokies are coming up the ladder.
What was I thinking? I was off.
Did you see Peter Cora headbutt the grass? Poor kid.
Yeah.
He's
He's
back
been
there,
knocked out 38 times the
Did you
last 3
see
weeks.
how much
Mate, yeah.
skin he took off his head? It was no try.
Mate.
Well, far out. If you're going to take half your face off, at least get the try.
Mate, he gets knocked out so easy. He's
What
like,
did you see how hard he hit
no,
the
that was a
ground?
bad one. But how many times he's been concussed this year? Like, remember he had the
Not more.
headgear, now he doesn't wear the headgear.
What's the headgear going to do? Even Rad's
Rad's
got a
got a
headgear.
headgear.
Yeah, what about Rad's played in the head?
That was a good try celebration, eh? Did you see that? Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
Oh, and he down the barrel of
Yeah.
the camera?
Did you see
Yeah, I
Buzz
saw
do it
it.
the other night?
Yeah, I did. I did.
We'll ask him about that
Even the
next week.
Nick Meaney one, I had no idea what he was doing.
Yeah, that was
Have
a
you
bit-
seen how viral that kid
That
is?
was a bit sus, that one.
You don't know what it is, though?
There's the kid on the front
Yeah,
of the thing.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know
I
that.
didn't know either. I was
But
like,
he
what's
done it
going
better
on?
than Nick Meaney.
He does.
All right, you wanted to talk about the Stags and Reece Walsh.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
The altercation they had on the field.
Maybe it went from the field to the dressing room.
Hmm.
Like they were. I'm a good lip reader. I saw.
You're an
Katoa.
ice skater, you're a lip reader.
I save
You're a
families from
fitness
burning houses.
Oh, you're a Derek.
And I saw him say to Reece, "Watch your mouth," and Reece just kept going. But Reece knew the camera was on him too.
What else was said in that confrontation?
I don't know. I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't.
I thought you were a lip reader.
They kept turning their heads. I love that
Yeah.
players can have an argument amongst themselves because you just for the betterment of the team.
Yeah.
Hey, dickhead, we've been practicing that all week. Get into that shape. Have you had any situations on the field?
Probably. I'm
You and Shifty.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, that was the thing with me and Shifty is we were so competitive and every time the ball went to me, Shifty would blow up and every time it went to me, it went to him, I'd blow up. So we always thought we were going to score every play and we're competitive in that way, but it was actually healthy in the end because we just wanted to score every opportunity we had and we had options either side of the ruck and if he went one way, I was ready the other and the vice versa. At the time, we just had a battle like it. But that many times I'd go like this blowing up and then someone would score and I'd run over like this, yeah. And then I'd go one way and Shift to be going that, then he'd run over and go, yeah, and high five. Like we were always blowing up. But
Every video session we'd do, like review, you'd see Braith on one side blowing up. You'd see Shifty head go up the other way.
But it was
That was
healthy.
awesome.
It was healthy.
Did you have any?
Have you heard those rumours actually while we're there? Because I need to address this.
Oof.
There's heavy rumours that I slept with Shifty's wife while we played at the Bulldogs.
Which one? He said 2 wives.
No, but this is a thing. This is a thing. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Are you
No, it's
serious?
a thing. All the fans believe it. It must have, like, when I left.
That's why you left.
Yeah, there.
I think they heard that years ago.
they made up the reason I left is because I had an affair with his missus. I don't even know who his missus was. Honestly, I was in an Uber one night on the way home, blind drunk. Not blind, no, had a few. And I was actually with a few of the boys from golf, my clients. And this Bulldog supporter, he didn't know I was in the car. He didn't recognise me. He starts talking about my adjuster, my business partner's in the front seat, and he goes, "I'm a Bulldog supporter," and then Justin starts like baiting him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mate. What do you think of that Anasta? And I'm in the back going, "Oh shit, where's this going to go?" And he goes, "Oh, he's a dog. He slept with Shifties," and I'm going, "Hang on, mate." I said, "Hang on." I'm in the back, mate. Anyway, I ended up, I had to get out. I said, well, we ended up having, he goes, "Oh, you slept with I said, "Mate, what do you mean? I'm here. I'm telling you, it's not true." But then I've heard it more.
Like recently.
It was a thing.
That's a thing.
I might have been bad. You know, any rumours I've heard about players over the years?
Yeah.
Like every haircut I get from me little Lebanese barber.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard this cuz. I'm like,
You were right about Galvin on the weekend.
yeah, I told
From
you.
the barber.
Yeah, it was the barber.
What, the barber you
Ahmed,
first?
shout out to Barbarians. I want a
No,
free
he
haircut
messaged
this
me. I was
week.
doing Super Saturday, and he goes, "Have you
messaged
heard
him
Galvin's
earlier.
out?" So I ran to the producers. I go, "Mate, Galvin's going to be out, I think." And then I'm thinking, Reni's got it from the hairdresser.
Well, there you go.
He was right.
Yeah.
The barbers and punters always know. The market leads
Yeah,
first.
but the amount of rumours I've heard about players and
it's
things over the
ridiculous.
years, it's fucking hilarious. I'm like,
But the fans believe it. They just believe it.
it's yeah.
Anyway, you got that off my chest.
I'm glad.
Have you got
Shifty,
any?
it didn't happen.
Before we go to he knows that. We talk to him all the time. Before we get to the preview, have you got a moment on the field?
Nah, I was a back
Any
rower,
blow-ups?
mate, you know,
Yeah.
like, I just got told
He's
what to
out
do.
there.
I did actually one game. Ben Roberts, we were shit. We were getting beat by 50 every week. I think I was captain.
That says it all.
But,
No.
My man Benny Roberts, who I love, he was obviously under the pump and he's went to kick for touch, like the easiest kick for touch, and that's your job as a half fine touch. And he's just booted it straight down the middle of the field. So I said, I made him get in the fucking middle and made him defend the whole set in the middle.
That's good. I like that.
Mate, you got
Yeah.
one job, put it out.
Yeah.
Nah, you're in the middle, go and tackle.
All right, let's go to the preview. This week's
Can't wait for
games. And are you doing a uni bet special or what's the go here? Or are we just tipping?
We have it this week. We're just going to tip. We'll have a special next week.
Okay.
But there will be a link. Go to the BTFU Vault.
Yeah.
There's a lot of value there.
Well, that's your segment, mate. Look down at the camera. When you
Oh,
say it.
here we go. We've got a tackle in the middle now.
You're the uni bet specialist, mate. Come
I
on.
am. There's going to be
He's feeling the pressure.
Yeah, he's a bit nervous.
He's
eh? Look at him.
nervous.
no pressure. No
You're all
pressure. Like, if anyone should be, when was the last time you tipped the winner in the footy?
Oh,
Mate,
no,
I
he's
got
turned.
a perfect round last week.
I think
the
we
week
all, I think we all did. I think it was the easiest one of the year.
Yeah, there's only 3
I'm not
games.
being disrespectful. All right, let's go. Come on.
All right.
Preview.
Queensland special. Dolphins, $1.56. North Queensland Cowboys, $2.43.
Is that Suncorp?
This is at Suncorp.
They're desperate at the moment, Cowboys. Like Todd Payton's under a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. They were good for they're only good for 40 minutes last week,
weren't that
really. Hammer back. Kerr back. I can't go past. I just like with the way Katoa's playing. I just
Who
can't
did the
go
Dolphins
past
play last week?
Hamaso was not
They
in
got-
last week, so
Hammer was
Hammer's
out.
back.
Sharks. Oh, yeah, and the Sharks played pretty well. They weren't very good, the Dolphins, but the Sharks played good. Nico stood
It's the
up, which was
worst place
great.
to play on a Saturday night too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the Dolphins. I think the Cowboys are under huge pressure, but yeah, I don't think that's going to change too much. To be honest, when pressure builds, doesn't normally mean you're going to get a good result. It can go the opposite way. And the Dolphins have just got that ability to turn up and put a game on with their attack, and with Hammer backing up after Origin, confidence. I'm going to go them.
Yeah, Dolphins.
Okay. We go to Shark Park. $1.65 the Sharks. The Chooks, $2.25. And for some reason, for some unknown reason, Chad Townsend is in a number
Stop
6 jersey.
I know why. He's playing his old team. It's the old pick the player against his old team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He knows
you
his
reckon that's what it
he knows
is?
his surroundings, his bearings. His kicking game's going to be on point.
Yeah, but he hasn't got Jimmy Maloney to carry him.
He's got Walker. Walker's back. You know, they've got an
Walker's
experienced
back.
half coming in.
Mate, listen. If you talk to your man Walker, get him a flight to Turkey, please. His hairline's fuck.
it
He's
gone?
only 21.
Is
He's
it gone?
fucking my bro. You got enough money, go to Turkey. Mad
There's
Monday
lots
in
of people
Turkey.
getting it done
But-
these days. I noticed
We don't
last
even have
night,
to go
Paul
to Turkey.
Gow. I shouldn't say this, but I
You
am.
want to take your hat off?
He's the golf. He does the golf, right?
Who?
Paul Gow. I did the Masters with him on Fox Sports,
Yeah.
and he just popped up with a head full of hair. And I'm like, where's he? And I'm thinking, he went away for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He's done the turkey.
He's under 2. Just quickly, Sandon Smith, are you hearing anything? Because he's named
He's
at 20.
gone. He'll be gone.
Is he going to Para?
No,
Not going to Para?
no. I spoke to Parramatta.
Oh, there we go.
Doesn't matter.
But I feel like I feel like if they wanted to have him, if he wasn't leaving, he'd be playing this week. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bizarre one.
it's obvious.
And this is a huge game for both teams because both need to win. 'cause
I'm just going to go loyal to my Chookies. I don't know. It's a toss of a coin, this one.
Our man Nico's found some form. He's flying high. Shark Park.
Can you do it 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah.
He was a lot better, wasn't he?
He was.
Less hesitation.
No, he just nailed the key moments, which he hasn't done. Like like earlier, he's one of the most effective halves in the competition. He's got the most line break assists, but it's when the game is on the line and it's the ice in the veins that separates the good to the great, and he's just can't get there. And last week he got there. Can he continue to do that?
That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's
big
clutch
moments.
moments.
Yeah, the easy ones.
The old ice in the veins.
Go on, mate.
All right. No, sorry. I thought you keep talking about ice in veins. Penrith Panthers, $1.38. South Sydney Rabbitohs, 307.
Panthers.
At Combang.
That's a pretty easy one, surely. Oh, they're resting Nathan.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yowie.
I can smell an upset here.
Can you smell it?
Yeah. You got it right once with them. And then
I can.
And Lewis Dodd's finally getting a start. The Dodd.
Wayne's copped it this week. I've done this a few times with South. Once it paid off, once it didn't.
Yeah.
Like Wayne is copping it this week for the first time. He's got heat on him. Their recruitment's copping it, and they're starting to get some heat. So people are starting to think what I spoke about in this podcast a month ago. People are actually now backing themselves to talk about. Their recruitment's been poor, and Wayne's actually been questioned if he still got it as a head coach. So I feel like this week, if there was ever going to be an upset, it'll be against the team resting, Yo and Cleary, and South desperate, and if they want to get on any run, it needs to be this week. So I'm tipping South.
Ivan must be that confident resting.
Well, he only played him for part of the game. He started him off the bench last week.
Like last week, they only got away at the end. Like there was a period of that game where Parramatta were probably a little bit on top.
They could almost sneak their way into the 4. Right, they'll be.
I wouldn't be resting them.
I wouldn't be resting them either.
Way.
So that's how confident Ivan is, and that's why I'm.
Maybe they're disrespecting South, and South love that. Wayne loves that shit all week. They don't even think when they're resting their best players. They think they're going to smash us.
All right, I'll go.
And then South will be getting their back up.
South are home. All right, you going South? Yep.
Thank me next week.
All right. Canberra Raiders at home, $1.22 against Parramatta Eels.
Canberra. No need to even delve into this.
Just Saturday afternoon. Imagine it was a
freezing cold, threadbare. The snow just.
Yep. Awful place. Parramatta's already on the bus trying to go home.
Gone from Combang to Threadbow. It's not going to. No.
All right.
Stopping off at Jamboree on the way home.
Where you control the action.
All right, we go out to a call. We've got the Bulldogs at $1.34. St George, $3.30. How good was JC's little? He's going to cop it from the Doggy supporters.
Yeah, that was
Mighty Dragons, eh?
Yeah.
Actually, who had better assist stats, Kyle Flanagan or?
I'm not allowed to talk about Kyle.
You're not allowed?
No.
Have you been on a blanket ban?
No, I think his dad's upset. And I haven't even spoken about him. Yeah. I think Shane's a little upset.
Why? From 360?
He must be.
Or maybe from this podcast.
Either or both, yeah. We're not allowed to talk about him.
So if I see Shane, I'm going to walk the other way?
No, I'll leave that to you guys. I'll leave that to you guys.
Well, let's go. I'm assuming
you're
based.
Did you see their edge defence last week, Dragons?
It was questionable.
What about their 5 or 6 sets where they couldn't even get a fifth tackle option in? Or, Kyle come up with that try. Citrus was really good, kept them in the game, but there was 4 or 5 where their kicking game was terrible. Their fifth tackle options were terrible. Their ability to create was non-existent. But nothing changes.
Yeah.
So, and their reserve grade team won again, and they've won 9 out of their last 10 or 11. So, you do the math. Next. There you go, Shane. From no comment to bang.
Dogs.
Dogs? Okay, excellent. Melbourne Storm, $1.33 again down in Melbourne against Manly. $3.
Oh, you know what? Manly, they've been going all right. But I'll go Melbourne.
Turbo still looks so injured. Even when he scores tries, it's like he's fallen on a patch of bindies.
I'd go.
I swear to you.
I like that.
Like the poor guy, man. Like, he looks so busted. He's pulling bindies out of his arms.
How bad was that as a kid getting taken with bindies?
Those big ones, the big one,
The big-
ones.
the cat's eyes.
Yeah,
How
Go
bad
in your
cat's
tyre, you're gone.
Cat's
You're
eye.
on your bike home.
right in the cat's eye.
Yeah, go Melbourne.
Melbourne in a close one. So I'll go Melbourne in a close one.
Yeah.
1-12.
Fuck, Jerome Hughes was outstanding last week. How good's Katoa, the back row?
Yeah.
a
Oh
gun.
my God.
Gun.
He's a freak.
He's been
What
a
about
gun
the
since he was at the
intercepting?
Warriors.
Just the guy, he's like taking bombs.
What about the intercept you
Did
took?
you see the try he scored? He went over Frizzell. I think it was two or three big guys. Just to get out of the way, reach out, score the try.
So Mongo Street, but he's so
It's just,
strong.
they're just such a date. Like, I just can't see them ever getting beaten if they put it together. So I'll go Melbourne.
Yep. We got a Leichhardt Oval. West Tigers $1.50, Gold Coast Titans $2.58.
Yeah, it's their time. Their time. They've been playing
Tigers?
good without winning the Tigers. At Leichhardt against
At
the
Leichhardt.
Titans, it's their time. Yep, they win.
And we're at Luai, Latu Fainu.
Yeah,
like
they
I
will.
just
Sorry,
named.
who did they play last week?
They went close against.
Dewey played well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Tigers at Leichhardt. Yep.
yep.
This is a tough one. Newcastle for the Newcastle Knights, $2.79 at home against New Zealand Warriors, $1.45.
They need a defib in the coach's box this week for Adam O'Brien.
What, for when he gets he's going to be like excited.
Just have the ambulance right there with his check in the background.
This game brought to you by More Chili.
They got a poker machine in the box.
There's just the check behind him.
The link's going off.
Oh, God.
He's coaching from West Leeds Club this weekend.
Oh, is he?
How good was Tanner Boyd, by the way?
He did do.
I didn't give him enough credit.
You can't tip Newcastle at the moment.
Nah, but I'm really impressed with the Warriors.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I thought
with
once
Tan-
Metcalf went down, Tanner Boyd, man.
Are they still a threat?
They're a threat. That's definitely. They just, like, once Metcalf went down and obviously Barnett, I thought, fuck, gone.
Yeah.
But watch Tanner Boyd come in. I'm like, hang on. Everything's still in play here.
Yeah. The next 8 weeks are critical with his development in 7 and whether he can maintain that consistency and get them to a level that can win a comp.
Yeah.
You know, there's a huge the jury's out, but like it's still real promising, great to see.
Very
and
promising.
They're playing
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
good footy. I love watching
It's
them.
going to be
actually.
interesting to see who gets Coach of the Year. I reckon there's 3 big contenders. Obviously him.
Adam O'Brien.
No, obviously.
Desi, Adam O'Brien.
Ciraldo,
Flanagan.
obviously. But what about Sticky? Like, if you look at
Yeah,
Sticky's
Sticky
on
for
there.
sure.
Sticky would get it.
Sticky.
The stick. Shout out to the stick, man.
Your man cuts arsehole. All right, what's your bet of the round?
Oh, come on. You can't put me on the spot. Why don't you
Oh,
ask
sorry,
me?
here, I last Braith.
You're an
Sorry.
expert. I'm going to go
Who's playing?
Melbourne. Yeah, Melbourne with the or actually go Manly with the start.
Manly with the start.
Why do you
All
back
right,
south?
it's 9.5. Well, yeah, you did tip an
Yeah,
upset there.
Manly with the start.
Manly 9.5. Actually, we're not going to ask you a football question.
See, no, I was going to go
keep-
South,
keep
but
me out.
No,
This.
no, I've got a question for you though. Your mate, who wins, Sonny Bill or Galvin tonight?
Ooh. I got to back my mate.
Gal.
It's going to be a good fight. Mate, I'm excited for it. You know,
those
that's-
press conferences are cringe, man.
well, fuck, Gal came in with a loaded gun. Though.
You got him yesterday.
What
I had
would
to
he say?
change it.
Those food critics.
Oh, he came in.
So they're not. I don't want to.
What?
Because we like Sonny. He's mates.
Well,
with
yeah,
us.
I'm mates with son, but fuck, you can't take a what? What do you say? Like to a gunfight? He had a slingshot. He had nothing.
He's never been like. Sonny's never been the quickest in terms of like.
You could see his.
You know,
I could see the steam coming out of his.
yeah, but he
ears.
had nothing
But
in
he had
return. All he
nothing,
wanted
and
to
that's
do was
what
kill
happens
him.
with Islanders. We just like let it build, and then we just punch you in the face instead of like trying to talk down the situation. It's like, dick.
So he's even Sonny knockout or by points.
I just hope he doesn't look. I love my boxing. I just hope he doesn't front load his energy and his temper comes out and he just sticks to the game plan. Because if he sticks to the game plan, he's 6'5".
Yeah.
Gal's about 5'8".
Yeah.
If he stays long, he wins comfortably. But it'll be a great fight.
And we've got one more
Are you
boxing
watching it?
question. There's another boxing
I'm watching
question.
Where are you going to watch it?
I don't know yet.
We'll watch it here on the big
Trying to
screen.
think. I might watch it
let's
after
go watch it.
Watch it here on the
360.
big screen.
We're in Crow's Nest. I
That's
live
a
over
great
the
one.
east.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Coogee Bay. Actually, all right, Tszyu Fundora. That's this
What are you
weekend.
doing? Boxing preview now.
Tim Tszyu was absolutely.
Let's cross live
The
to
first 3
Vegas.
rounds was outstanding, right? So he picked him apart. His skill level is a lot higher than Fundora. However, Fundora is 6'6", right? So
He should have been Fundora on points.
I think if Timmy starts the way he did before the cut,
Because he was looking good before he
he
got
was
cut.
looking great. He was quick.
I thought Fundora's just starting to find his range just before
Yeah, he
the
found
cut.
his range with his elbow.
Should we go on to Conor McGregor while we're here?
Oh, that's all right.
Let's not. He's gone viral, hasn't he, Conor?
When is he viral?
He loves it, doesn't he?
He's into it.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website